Hi, so my friends, welcome back to the Love Notions YouTube channel. My name is Kira and I am a brand ambassador here at Love Notions. You may recognize me as Island Socialist from my own YouTube channel, my blog, or my Instagram page, which is where you can find me most. If you aren't following me already, I hope that after this video, you will drop by to say hello. Now, I am an island girl. I live on a tiny island in the Caribbean called Barbados. Here it is very sunny. We have summer all year round. And though we don't typically celebrate Halloween, I have always been into Halloween. I love Halloween movies. I love costumes. I love dressing up, and I love me some DIY and hacking. You can always find me hacking a Love Notions pattern over on my own YouTube channel. I love using their designs as a base for hacking because of the simplicity. Most of the designs are relatively simple, perfect for hacking, no complicated style lines or anything, and it fits in perfectly with my style. I would say my style is classic but with a twist, with a little island girl flavor, with a little spice and a little flair. Now, even if I wanted to pick up a Halloween costume, it would be so hard to find one here. It would be like finding a needle in a haystack. So I have always just been into DIYing my own. My husband and I actually had a couple's channel that is dead and gone. Don't even bother going to look for it. But one of the first videos we did was Halloween costumes from your wardrobe, and that is what inspired today's video. So if you are like me and you don't want to invest in a Halloween costume that is only going to be used for one day, or maybe you are in need of a last-minute costume, maybe you've already taken care of the kids' costumes and you've kind of left yourself behind, this video is for you. And I think a lot of you are going to appreciate the fact that these are normal wearable garments that you can use in your wardrobe after Halloween. In today's video, I will be sharing 10 easy, simple Halloween costumes featuring Love Notions patterns. These are all recognizable characters from TV shows, from history. We'll just be styling up regular garments that you can sew up yourself using Love Notions patterns. The first one is the legendary Cleopatra. Cleopatra is known for lots of gold jewelry, especially a chunky beaded necklace that is always the star of any Cleopatra costume I have come across. Think Egyptian goddess for this one. When you research Cleopatra costumes, you'll mostly find a black or white base and then gold or bronze accessories. And this one particular picture stood out to me because as soon as I saw it, I remembered I have some fleece fabric in my stash just waiting on the perfect project, and as soon as I saw this photo, I knew immediately I was going to be Cleopatra this year. In this next photo, there is a shaped notch right below the beaded necklace, and as soon as I saw that, I thought of the Sonata pattern by Love Notions. This is a dress pattern. You can either do an exposed facing or you can have the facing on the inside like a regular facing. You can also line the bodice. The Sonata dress is meant for woven fabrics or stable knits. It's offered in extra small to 5X sizing with cup sizes A to D. I thought this would be the perfect base for the Cleopatra dress just because of that neckline detail. So let's look at some of the sketches and how I brought this Cleopatra dress to life using the Sonata dress. First of all, I needed to make it a maxi dress. So I added 17 inches at the hem all the way down, and that also added a little bit of extra flair, which is perfect for the fleece fabric. So my skirt is made up in a champagne color and it is lined with crepe back satin. For the bodice, I chose black stretch velvet. This is just a scrap that I already had at home as well, and I opted for the exposed facing. For the exposed facing, I used a bronze sequin lace fabric. I just hand basted that to the velvet facing and used them as one piece. When it came time to actually sew down the facing, I hand stitched it just because I didn't want to sew through those sequins. Accessorize with any gold, black, brown, whatever belt you have at home that could read Cleopatra. A snake belt would be awesome, a leaf belt. I just had a simple brown belt with some gold buckles that interlock. So easy and simple, and this is a darling gown that I'll be able to wear after Halloween. I haven't made or worn a formal dress in the last few years, so this was so overdue. I'm so happy I now have a formal dress that I can keep in my wardrobe for when events pop up, especially with the holiday season coming up. Those headpieces are actually just necklaces that I hair pinned into my hair. I also twisted some rope into my hair as well and around my bun, and I just love this elegant Cleopatra look. Next up we have Cruella, and with the recent release of the Cruella movie, I think a lot of sewists are planning to go as Cruella this year. Now in the movie, I have to say Cruella's creations are amazing, but they are more avant-garde. I wanted to show you a more practical way to create a Cruella outfit using the Octave coat by Love Notions. The Octave coat is offered in extra small to 5X sizing. You have the hood option, you have the shawl collar option, and there's also a super fun add-on, which is a wide lapel. Right off the bat, I'm thinking I just love that wide lapel collar, and I could picture that in the Dalmatian faux fur print on top of just a regular black coat. Instead of going all out full Cruella, Dalmatian prints all over, I think it would be a lot more practical and more elegant with just a black coat with the Dalmatian details. Maybe add some matching cuffs as well to match the lapel, or if you prefer the hood, I think that would look really cute as well. The hood lining in the Dalmatian faux fur, that way when the hood is up, it will actually be all black, but you'll see the outline and the fold in the Dalmatian faux fur. And again, you can add cuffs if you want to. Throw on some black boots, and we have Cruella. Next we have famous Daphne Bridgerton from the Bridgerton series on Netflix. Daphne's style is typically a baby doll dress. It is just always a baby doll dress, most of the times with puff sleeves. It's often a very girly color, a very girly fabric, think flowers and lace. And I thought the Pemberley tunic and dress would be perfect for Daphne Bridgerton. It already has that baby doll style, and there's elastic in the waist to just cinch it in. This one is offered in sizes extra small to 3X. It is meant for knit fabrics. You have 4 sleeve options, and there's a nice curved hem. So we'll start with the dress version. We're going to lengthen that to be a maxi. You're already resembling Daphne Bridgerton. How about if we drop those sleeves and add some little puff sleeves? All you'll have to do is a slash and spread. So you'll cut vertical lines going across the sleeve and spread them apart maybe a few inches. This will make the sleeve bigger than the arm side and bigger than your bicep. That way you can then gather in the sleeve head, and you'll just use elastic on the sleeve hem to pull it in as well. If you want to match her exactly, use a baby blue knit fabric. Maybe drop some stretch lace on top, of course, on the sleeves as well. And because we are sewists and we can do what we want and we don't have to follow anything directly, this is the joy of sewing. How about if you make the sleeves without the underlining, so you just have sheer puff sleeves with the lace? Add some white gloves, and we have Daphne Bridgerton. Speaking of Daphne, I actually have fabric to recreate Penelope Featherington's dress. It is this lovely yellow floral dress, pretty much the same style of Daphne's dress, and I have this fabric which I think is pretty similar. This is just an ITY knit. I don't think I'm recreating this for Halloween. I think I'm just recreating this to wear because I like it. And now for another famous character, we have Beetlejuice. I think everybody knows what Beetlejuice looks like and what his costume is. Just think black and white stripes, head to toe, and you have Beetlejuice. So let's have a look at the Metro blazer by Love Notions, offered in sizes extra small to 5X. You have 2 collar options. There is the wide collar as well as the shawl collar. I think the shawl collar matches Beetlejuice's collar perfectly. This pattern is meant for stable knits. So grab a stable knit in a black and white stripe. Let's start with vertical black and white stripes. Maybe you can add some stripe play, doing the welt pockets horizontally and the collar piece as well. Or if you really want to match Beetlejuice's jacket, turn the sleeves horizontal and the collar diagonal. So for this, you want to make sure you have a fabric that has 4-way stretch, so that when you turn the sleeve with the stripes horizontally, you still have enough ease in the arms. Maybe throw on some black leggings, some black pants, add some combat boots. Beetlejuice. Another classic character that is super easy to recreate for Halloween is Velma from the Scooby-Doo gang. I just love how Velma is super nerdy and super clumsy. I feel like I would totally be Velma in real life. Velma's outfit is just orange and red. Orange sweater, red skirt, orange socks, red shoes. And I have to say, I hope I'm not the only sewist who was absolutely cringing with the Scooby-Doo movie. I think that the recreations of the gang's outfits for that movie could have been so much better. So let's show them how it's done. Grab your Belladonna pattern. Velma's sleeves are dolman style, perfect for the Belladonna dolman. It's made for knit fabrics, extra small to 5X sizing. There are shirt and tunic lengths. We have 3 sleeve options, also 3 neckline options. You have the plain neckline, you have the cowl, and you have the hood. For this, I'm thinking the cowl is just absolutely perfect for Velma. The cowl on the Belladonna dolman is a little bit different to the cowl on the Arlington. The cowl on the Arlington is more drapey, and the cowl on the Belladonna is slightly more built up, and I think that kind of mimics the turtleneck that Velma is wearing. And the dolman sleeves with the cuff in 3/4 length I think are perfect to recreate Velma's sweater. Just make it up in some orange fabric, maybe some French terry would be nice. And the skirt is also super simple. There is the Sibyl skirt by Love Notions, which has 7 styles, and one of those styles is pleated. This is meant for knit fabrics, offered in sizes extra small to 5X, and you can choose between knee length and midi length. For Velma, you want to go knee length, a solid red pleated skirt. You get so much wear out of this in your wardrobe after Halloween, as well as the Belladonna dolman, especially because these are solid pieces. It means that you'll be able to pair them with so many things in your wardrobe. Add some tall orange socks, some cute red flats. You cannot forget the glasses, and easy as 1 to 3, we have Velma. Next up, we have Stranger Things. If you watch Stranger Things, I'm sure 11 is probably one of your favorite characters. 11 is truly something special, and there's this particular photo that I think this was used as the cover on Netflix for one of the seasons. I honestly can't remember, but in this photo she is wearing a tie-dye button-up with suspenders and mom jeans, and we are going to recreate this using Love Notions patterns. I immediately thought of the Melody dolman. It is a woven button-up shirt, offered in sizes extra small to 5X. It has a shirt tail hem, it has a camp style collar, and it's just the perfect pattern to recreate 11's tie-dye shirt. Is it really tie-dye or is it paint splatter? I'm not even sure, but I picked 3 prints here to show you what it will look like in different styles of splatter prints. These are all Robert Kaufman prints. So first we have this dark blue. This is actually a batik, and then we have a true paint splatter that looks like crayons exploded on the top, and then we have this blue, pink, and black, which looks more like a tie-dye style of paint splatter print. The good thing about the Melody dolman is that it works great with those quilting cotton prints in your stash. I often see a lot of persons asking in the Love Notions pattern support group on Facebook which patterns are suitable for quilting cotton, because a lot of us have a huge stash of quilting cotton, and not every garment works well with quilting cotton because of drape needs. But with the Melody dolman, this is one that works really great with quilting cotton because it is your traditional button-up shirt. It looks great both in drapey and stiffer fabrics. So throw on some mom jeans, add some suspenders. If you have blue, that will be great. We have 11 to a T. The next character is one of my absolute favorites. I was obsessed with Magic School Bus as a kid growing up. This is one of my favorite TV shows ever. It's fun, it's quirky, and you get to learn at the same time. Miss Frizzle is quite the teacher. She is a little bit eccentric and totally obsessed with science. If you are obsessed with science as well, this is the perfect one for you. And it's also super easy to recreate using Love Notions patterns. Miss Frizzle is always wearing something science related on her dress. The print always has something to do with science, whether it's weather, science tools, animals, even the constellation. It's also pretty much the exact same style of dress in every episode, just a different print. And one of the things that really stood out to me is that front placket that's white and has a collar. Ding ding ding, presto tunic. So perfect to recreate Miss Frizzle. The presto tunic is offered in sizes extra small to 3X. It is meant for woven fabrics. It's a pretty loose silhouette with just some bust darts for shaping, and it does have that front placket piece that is very similar to Miss Frizzle's. The only difference is that this does not have a traditional collar. It has a banded collar that is similar to a mandarin collar, or you have just the bias bound neckline with no collar. To recreate Miss Frizzle's dress, I would use the banded collar. I really don't see the need to recreate it exactly, but if you really want to, you can go ahead and add a collar to it instead. We're going to be using the long sleeve version just because Miss Frizzle is always in a long sleeve. It's super easy to add some white cuffs to match that white inset piece. And then I was thinking, what can we use for the skirt portion of the dress so that I will have a little bit more volume? What about the tempo sundress? For the tempo sundress, you can use the knee-length skirt portion. I think that has just the right amount of volume. Here's a photo of what my skirt on my tempo sundress looks like. Tempo is offered in sizes extra small to 5X. It also has another skirt version that has a tear to the bottom that is a midi length style, and the back, which is the main feature of the tempo, the back of the top, you have a shared panel or an elasticated panel. But for this tutorial, we are just using the skirt portion. So we're stealing the skirt from the tempo sundress. So we are going to chop the breasted tunic at the waist, add the tempo sundress. You can add elastic in the waist to just cinch it in a bit, or like Miss Frizzle's, we can add the sash that comes with the breasted tunic. So here is a super fun rainbow print that is an art gallery print that I think represents Miss Frizzle perfectly. Here is another art gallery print. This one has dinosaurs on it, and with this one I am showing how you can tie the sash in the back instead so that the front just has that plain band like Miss Frizzle's, or you can tie the sash in front if you prefer. I just really love coming up with pattern mashups that nobody would expect. So the presto and the tempo, I think, make a super cool mashup, and if you choose a fun sciencey print, you will definitely embody Miss Frizzle. I do have this constellation print fabric, and because this is black and white, this would go very well with the white inset and the white cuffs. I think this next one is probably the most popular Halloween costume ever. This is Morticia Addams. I see Morticia Addams costumes floating around the internet every single year around this time. The Addams family is super popular for family costumes on a whole. Today we're going to be focusing on just Morticia. Morticia is known for her long sleeve, maxi length, all black numbers, v-neck, maybe a little sparkle here and there, maybe a little lace here and there. I think Morticia fits right into our sewing community with ease as an avid knitter. She's always knitting some really strange things like this three-legged baby jumper. If you are a knitter and you feel like knitting up something wacky, knit up a three-legged gray and black striped baby jumper, and that will be your prop for this costume. For this one, I chose the 40 top and dress. This is one of my personal favorite patterns. It has a real boho feel, which is perfect for my island life. The 40 is offered in sizes extra small to 5X. There are tops and dresses in this pattern. There are 6 sleeve options and 2 neckline views. So you have the round neck and the v-neck. For this, we are going to be using the v-neck, and we are going to start with the dress option. This is the plain dress, not the one with the waterfall front, but the one with the gathered view. That being said, I think the waterfall could look really good for Morticia as well, because a lot of her clothes look a little bit stripped up and jagged at the edges. I will start with the plain gathered dress, lengthened to a maxi. I would then add those long bell sleeves. That is my favorite sleeve on the 40 pattern. Make up the dress in some sort of black fabric. Any black knit fabric would work. Whatever you have in your stash. For the sleeves, you can use the same fabric, or maybe you can use a lace overlay on the bell part, or even go a step further and just have the lace at the end of the bell. This is another one that I just feel the need to recreate, not even for Halloween, but I just like this dress in general, and every girl needs a black dress. Add Morticia's favorite prop, a red rose. Grab a pair of scissors, and we have Morticia from the Addams family. Next up, we have a very popular movie, Mean Girls. Gretchen is one of the plastics from Mean Girls, and this one particular outfit stood out to me. It is from when they were wearing pink on a Wednesday. Gretchen was wearing a little pink sweater with a brown plaid skirt and a little baby blue handbag, and in the words of Gretchen, that's so fetch. If you watch the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's recreate Gretchen's little pink and plaid combo. How about the swan sweater? This is offered in extra small to 5X. There are 2 body views. There is the just regular shirt style view, and then there is one that is banded at the hem instead. You do have an optional yoke detail as well that is pretty much a back yoke that comes forward at the shoulders. There's a hood option, there's a kangaroo pocket option, and there are optional elbow patches as well. And this is why I chose the slow-on for this. If you watch that movie, then you would know that that pink sweater actually has white elbow patches on the back of the sleeves. So let's take the slow-on with the banded hem, make that up in pink fabric. The slow-on is meant for knits, so anything from French terry, cotton lycra, bamboo, anything pink. Maybe add some ribbon to the cuffs, the neckband, and the waistband, or hip band rather. Same for the back. You can use the optional yoke if you want to. It's going to be made up in the same fabric, so it really doesn't matter. And then add the white elbow patches. Now the slow-on is a little less fitted than the sweater that Gretchen is wearing, so another option is the Rockford raglan. The Rockford is offered in sizes extra small to 5X and has 4 body views. One of those views is a banded hem option. There are 3 sleeve styles. One of those is a long sleeve with a cuff. Perfect for this again. Just make it up in all pink fabric. Steal the elbow patches from the slow-on, and now we can move on to the skirt. Now remember I said that Isabel has 7 views. One of those views is a gold skirt, which means it has panels, perfect to recreate a Gretchen skirt. So if you have a beige, tan, or brown plaid knit fabric, just make the side panels with it straight and then the front panel on the bias so it's diagonal. Add a baby blue handbag if you have that, and we have Gretchen from Mean Girls. And the final of the 10 is a Black Widow costume. Now when I was looking at Black Widow costumes, I actually found that there are quite a few variations for Black Widow. The 2 things that were common though is that she wears a zip up pullover style top and then leggings on the bottom, all black. Some of them have different textures, different panels, and some of them are just made entirely out of faux leather. Here is what I came up with for Black Widow. Grab the Constellation pullover and hoodie pattern, zip up pullover style collar, offered in sizes extra small to 5X. There is a hooded option as well. There are 2 hem options. There's the banded and the curved. We'll be going with the curved hem. And I think for Black Widow, we just play around with different textures. So let's say we start off with a black quilted knit on the top portion, then just go ahead and add another black knit fabric that you have in your stash for the main body as well as the sleeves. Then add some leather accents because that is going to bring Black Widow into this. You can have the collar and the pocket bands in the faux leather knit. Add some rib knit cuffs, and then just add some sort of belt because she's always belted. There is one photo with a gold belt, there's one photo with a black belt. Whatever belt you have, add that and you have the top half of Black Widow. Now for the leggings, the resolution bottoms are perfect, especially the leggings view with that motto panel. So the resolution bottoms pattern comes in sizes extra small to 3X and it is slated to be updated very soon. There are 5 views. So you have a straight cut yoga pants, you have a boot cut yoga pants, you have plain leggings, motto leggings, and joggers. So I'm thinking whatever fabric you use for the main body of the Constellation top, go ahead and use that for the top portion of the motto leggings. Then maybe use that same quilted knit for the bottom portion of the leggings, and then you have the motto panel to play with, and for that you can use the same faux leather knit fabric. Add some black boots, add a ton of belts or straps, whatever you have on hand, parachute buckles. Definitely think you'll be channeling Black Widow. So those are my 10 easy Halloween costume ideas using Love Notions patterns. Remember, these will become normal clothes in your wardrobe. This is not just for Halloween, which is what makes this video special. I hope you feel inspired to try one of these looks for Halloween this year, or even aside from Halloween. I hope I have helped you see Love Notions patterns in a different light. I hope I have sparked some creativity, and I hope this gives you some fun ideas of how you can transform the patterns to create a totally different look. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Love Notions channel today. Make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if any of these caught your eye. Let me know what you're going to be for Halloween this year, and I hope to see you right back here on the Love Notions channel very soon. Bye.